camouflaging the frightening display from those nearby. His beauteous redhead and her so-called date walked on, completely oblivious to his presence. He stalked after them quickly, his eyes tracking all the shadowy corners and alleys nearby. His distaste for her escort trebled. What male, worth anything, would bring a woman to a place such as this? Didn't the fool realize the dangers all around them? Did that weak excuse for a human male honestly think himself capable of protecting her, should danger present itself? In truth, the thought wasn't even in his mind, Kane realized as he scanned them both. The shocking fact was, he was barely even focused on the treasure walking by his side. All of this fool's thoughts were eagerly focused on the film they were going to see. Apparently its special effects and coveted director warranted more attention than the one-of-a-kind, sultry creature on his arm. Disgusted, Kane seized control of both their minds at once. They stopped still for a moment, and then Kane shaded out any awareness and recollection of her from the human male's mind and sent him on his way to the moving picture that seemed to mean so much to him. And now he was alone with her, mere steps away. It would be child's play for him to beckon her, to bring her to him as a willing, compliant thing. Oh, but that was not what he wanted. He wouldn't take her as a mind-numbed slave. It was her spirit that so enthralled him. He would only alter her perceptions a little bit, just so she would forget what she had been doing, thus opening an opportunity for him to enter her life. But first, he needed to touch her. Just one blessed moment of contact. Something to soothe this burn within him. Something to calm it a little, so he could think straight and function properly. Kane reached for her, his hand trembling as he did so, the vibration indicative of the power of his feelings, of his weakening restraint. His palm burned with anticipation, prickles dancing the length of his long fingers so that they twitched. Her unknowing smile was soft and serene. It could be anything he wanted it to be. It could be beatific. It could be wildly ecstatic. For now, it remained that lovely neutral as he touched the tips of his fingers to the curve of her high cheekbone. Oh, sweet destiny. It practically hurt, the overwhelming sensation of rightness and relief that rushed through him. He cradled that gorgeous face against his palm and fought off an emotional wash of tears that pricked behind his lids. His. She was his. At last he had her in his grasp. He had crossed the line, and, contrary to all the warnings pounded into him his entire life, lightning had not come to strike him down. What was so bloody wrong about this, he wanted to know. Yes, she was human and he was demon, but weren't they more alike than unalike? Were they not both made of flesh? Did they not both crave the touch and presence of that special someone, of a passion that blinded the soul? The world was not coming to an end. It was just beginning. And then lightning struck. Like the snap of a magician's cape being pulled away to reveal a tiger in a cage, Jacob the Enforcer appeared before him. Dread and horror rushed into Kane from all vectors, the shock of suddenly standing toe-to-toe with his elder brother, slamming into him like a sucker punch. This was Jacob at his most frightening. His most terrible. Yes, he was still the same brother who had raised him and loved him all of his life, but this was the side of Jacob no demon saw until he had crossed demon law. This was the Enforcer, and he had come to punish Kane. Kane's throat went suddenly and brutally dry, his heart seizing, and what he had to confess was fear. The punishment for what he had just done was the most severe a demon could face, next to being put to death. His hand jerked away from the redhead's cheek as if she'd burned him, and his concentration broke from her. She blinked, suddenly becoming aware that she was sandwiched between two strange men, and had no idea how she had gotten there. "Take hold of her mind, Kane. Do not make this worse by frightening her." Kane obeyed instantaneously, and she relaxed. The resulting peaceful beauty that washed over her